Hey everybody, I'm Kyle Larson, and you're watching the ACS.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
It's a great day for racing in Talladega, Alabama, as we close in on the regular season. 11 drivers have locked themselves into the postseason, leaving 19 drivers to fight for 5 positions in the Season 9 playoffs. At Talladega, anyone can win, and that could prove detrimental to one of the drivers on the bubble today. Now, let's remind everyone of the drivers who have locked themselves into the playoffs.
Hamlin's clear ceiling to victory. Denny Hamlin's going to win the Season 9 Aflac 200. Opens the door for Bowman. They make contact. Bowman slides up into Harvick. They save it. Kyle Busch is going to win. Boom. Fauci's got clear track to the checkered flag. Just has 2 sets of quarters to go. Off the turn 4, it's Brad Keselowski winning. Barrel. Chase Elliott's going to pull in the victory lane as he wins at Fremont. Turn 2. He's going to drive it into 3 and 4. He's not quite there, and Alex Bowman is going to win at Riverhead. Block. He goes to block Ryan Newman, and here comes Truex. They're not going to have enough for him. Ryan Blaney's going to take the win. Oh, Truex is going to try the crossover. He jumps it in. He hits the wall at the line, and Blaney's winning it. And at turn 3, Larson drives it in. He drives it in too deep. They collide into the wall, and Truex is going to come out of nowhere and win the Quaker State 200. It's going to be close. Johnson closes the bumper. Here he comes into 3. He's going to dive it on in, and it's not quite going to stick. Johnson gets loose. Kurt Busch wins. Larson's going to grab it into 3 and 4. Here comes Kurt Busch. They get into it. Logano retakes the lead and gets the win. Chase Elliott is on his way to his 2nd victory of the season. Off of turn 4, taking the checkered flag is Chase Elliott. After working in play, to the outside goes Logano. I don't think it's going to work. Will it? Here comes Kurt Busch. No, Kurt Busch is going to hold him off and win his 3rd Brickyard 400. Busch, 3 wide for the race lead. 1 lap remaining. Eric Jones takes it. Now here comes Bowman's going to slow him up. Eric Jones is in the clear, and he's going to come up turn 4 and win. Suarez, what is he going to do for this victory? He drives in the deep. He spins out Boyer. Oh, Boyer back up in the Suarez. Harvick skates through and wins as they crash at the finish.
Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, Eric Jones, and Kevin Harvick have all won their way into the playoffs. Good news for Jimmie Johnson and Camden Luca. At the drop of today's green flag, they will be automatically locked into the playoffs on points. Jimmie Johnson has posted 4 top 5s and 9 top 10s. The 2-time ACS champion has not won since Season 7, but he has had a much better Season 9 and will be a strong contender for the Season 9 championship. Camden Luca is your Rookie of the Year leader, and rightfully so. In his first full-time season, Luca has kept his nose clean and been consistently finishing in the top 15. He has posted 1 top 5 and 6 top 10s. Luca will have a clear head, not having to worry about points at the treacherous Talladega. Now we have our bubble drivers. 3 Ford drivers will start inside the top 16, but will they last? Eric Almirola starts on the pole for today's race with a 24-point cushion over 17th place Carter Adelman. But as we know, 24 points could be gone in the blink of an eye at Talladega. Clint Bowyer has scratched and clawed his way back from outside the top 20 in points to 15 in points with 1 race to go. By the way, he's only in by 8 points. Lastly, Paul Menard, America's underdog, is just 1 point to the good. Paul should have won at Kentucky, but this is only a coulda, woulda, shoulda situation now. It's up to him to protect that 1 point and get himself into the playoffs. Next we have the Hunters. Carter Adelman has been carrying the banner in a down year for Team Magi. He simply needs 1 point, but he also starts in row 18. Bubba Wallace has had a great rookie season, but he's looking for more. The homegrown Alabama kid is looking for a win today, but he also has to monitor his point situation. Kyle Larson is attempting to avoid disappointment. After an outstanding Season 8, he has shown up for a lackluster Season 9. Larson has more DNFs than he does top 5s, which is a recipe for disaster. Rookie William Byron's year did not get off to the best start. Since Nazareth, Byron has earned his first career top 5 at Nazareth and led laps and captured the pole at Charlotte while recording another top 5. But a wreck at Indianapolis has set him back, and he looks to continue his climb today as he is 17 points out of 16th. Then we have Daniel Suarez. This young man has shown unbelievable promise this year, leading laps early in races, but he has failed to have the finish to show for it. There's good and bad for Suarez. The good? He's recorded 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s in Season 9. The bad? Daniel has accumulated 4 DNFs while being involved in 6 crashes, including last week's finish with Clint Boyer.
Suarez, what is he going to do for this victory? He drives in the deep. He spins out Boyer. Oh, Boyer back up into Suarez. Harvick skates through and wins as they crash at the finish.
Now that you're caught up with how Season 9's first 14 races have gone down, it's time to see how Race 15 will unfold. Let's send it trackside for the command.
Please welcome Grand Marshal, 2-time Daytona 500 champion, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Drivers, start your engines!
Thank you, Dale Jr. Firing up this packed house here at Talladega. The drivers begin to warm up the engines and roll off. And while they do that, we are going to check out the Talladega 500 starting lineup. On the pole for today's race is Eric Almirola, and to his outside, Joey Logano. Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch find themselves in row 2, and in row 3 it's Big Bad Brad Keselowski and Kevin Happy Harvick. Row 4 we find New Jersey Fury, Martin Truex Jr. and Ricky Reckhouse. Row 5, Chase Elliott and Ryan Newman. Row 6 is Clint Boyer and Denny Hammer and Hamlin. Row 7 we find Kurt Busch and Alex Bowman. Row 8, all aboard the main train is Trevor Bayne, and to his outside, Matt DiBarito. Row 9, Ty Dillon and Kyle Larson. Row 10, Eric Jones, that Jones boy next to Jamie McMurray. Row 11, it's Daniel Suarez next to Paul Menard. And in row 12, Camden Luca and William Byron. Row 13, the Dinger next to David Reagan. And in row 14, Logan McDaniel and Bubba. Row 15, we find Jimmy Johnson and Regan Smith. And in row 16, Austin Dillon and Michael McDowell. Then row 17, we have Tyler Stepanora and Michael Shelton. Row 18, Jimmy Alanya next to Carter Adelman. And in row 19, Bryce Harvey and Chris Buescher. And running up the field in 39th is Sam McAllister. The fans are on their feet. The green flag is waving, and we are underway at Talladega. Eric Almirola leads them 2x2 on a turn 2, but they begin to go 3 wide as they head down the backstretch. Almirola's going to pull the field off of turn 4 as Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski make it 4 wide. Oh, we got a car through the grass as Kurt Busch up into the field collects Eric Jones, Joey Logano, and Alex Bowman. And it looked like we had Daniel Suarez spinning across the infield grass as well with some heavy nose damage. And a lap 1 crash takes out a playoff hopeful in Daniel Suarez, while watches Kurt Busch get spun out by Ty Dillon and then back up into the field. Right there it is. Ty Dillon gets into the left rear quarter panel of Kurt Busch, and then Daniel Suarez looks like he tries to avoid the wreck, and while trying to do so, he ends up clipping the grass. As we know, these splitters, they dig in to the grass so much, and there goes Suarez's chances of making the playoffs out. Not even 1 lap into this race, and Daniel Suarez has been eliminated from playoff contention. That is too bad for Daniel. He's had a great season, but it looks like it's over as of today. 2 cars involved. Daniel Suarez is picked up in this melee. Eric Jones, innocent bystander. Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, and then Alex Bowman. Looks like the wreck all falls on the shoulders of Ty Dillon. Not going to be a lot of happy drivers with him after this race, but they are eager to get back racing on lap 2 out of 9. Green flag is back in the air. Cars already start to fan out 3 wide as they head down the back. Here comes Kevin Harvick getting good side draft off of Martin Truex Jr. for second place. Stewart Haas runs 1-2 at Talladega. Chase Elliott peeking his nose up there. He's going to get a good crossover on Kevin Harvick. Put Chase Elliott into the second position. But Eric Almirola, he's been strong so far early on in this race. He controls the field as they start to go single file here at Talladega. Down the backstretch they go. Oh, we got a car around in turn 2. Up into the pack. It's Ryan Newman collecting many others in the middle of the pack. Oh my goodness, another caution here on lap 4. It's Ty Dillon once again. Looks like he got into the left rear quarter panel of Ryan Newman this time. Ty Dillon's been an animal so far in his first half of this race. And there goes Ty Dillon. He's playing the role of Ricky Stenhouse in this race, it looks like. As Ty Dillon just looks like he tries to get to the inside of Ryan Newman. He definitely would not try to wreck a corporate teammate. And then there's Jimmy Lanya getting involved at the end there, hitting the door side of Jimmy Johnson. Thankfully, Jimmy Johnson is okay after that impact with Jimmy Lanya. That's a scary impact for Jimmy Johnson right here. Watch this. Oh, that's not door side. But still, hard impact for Johnson. He's okay. So is Jimmy Lanya. Everyone involved is okay. Regan Smith, though, going to the garage area. So the cars involved in this one: Trevor Bayne, Ryan Newman, David Reagan, Jimmy Johnson, Tyler Saponora, Logan McDaniel, Jimmy Alanya, and Regan Smith. We've had 2 big ones strike early in this race. Are we going to see a clean finish, or will we have one more wreck? We'll have to find out. Almirola and Elliott will lead us back to the green. Eric Almirola chooses the outside lane to get Kevin Harvick behind him. Green flag back in the air. You see Clint Boyer, he's up in 6th place as well. Stuart Haas all on the high line, but he has to block that bottom because Chase Elliott is on his way to the front. Almirola still maintaining the lead as they go through the triangle. Here comes Kyle Larson. We all know what Larson needs to do in this race. Oh, Harvick and Stenhouse, they collide. Ty Dillon involved. Another big one as they go down the backstretch. There goes Ricky Stenhouse Jr. We knew he would be involved in this wreck today. Just had to know it was coming, and there it is. Watch as he gets to the inside of Harvick, and Harvick, I don't think he liked that. Maybe that was Kevin Harvick's fault. And Harvick came down and kind of squeezed, took the air off of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Jr. just spun right in front of the field. Watch as Ricky gets to the inside of Harvick. Harvick gets a little loose. Harvick gives him a little love tap. Yes, he did, and Harvick gets into the wall. A little karma on Kevin Harvick's side. It's definitely not the first time Harvick's caused a wreck at Talladega on purpose. Now, this is all speculation. We obviously don't know if this was on purpose, but the evidence looks to be there as Harvick comes down on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Poor Brad Keselowski involved. There's Ty Dillon, the wrecking ball in this race. He's involved in yet another wreck. Then AJ Allmendinger getting spun out right at the end by his teammate, Chris Buescher. So Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Ty Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse, Kyle Busch, AJ Allmendinger, and Martin Truex Jr. are all calling it a day here at Talladega as they will be going to the garage area as consequence of the latest wreck at Talladega. So now we have 3 laps to go. Almirola is ready for a mad dash to the finish, and you best know it's going to be crazy. Green flag back in the air. Eric Almirola and Chase Elliott. Elliott gets a great push on the outside from Matt DiBenedetto. Goodbye, Eric Almirola. Now here comes Kyle Larson. Did he make his move too early? Looks like he did. Almirola ditches him and goes to the outside. Eric Almirola's back in this thing. Oh, Elliott throws a heavy block on William Byron. Almirola into the wall. He's got some tire smoke. Big damage to the number 10 Smithfield Ford. Oh my goodness, now Chase Elliott. He's got to block the high line. Here comes Chris Buescher. Austin Dillon gets to the lead with 1 lap remaining. William Byron into the mix with Bubba Wallace. Down the back they go, side by side. Who's going to get the push? Through 3 and 4. They're beating and banging off one another. Here they come through the triangle. It's going to be Dillon who gets him at the end. Austin Dillon wins at Talladega. What a finish for Austin Dillon. He grabs the victory and does the burnouts. Here getting his first career win. What a way to earn it here at Talladega. And he's going to get himself into the playoffs. Now we got to take a look at how Austin got that first win. We had some major contact as they go through 3 and 4 right there. Some side drafting through the triangle. They go and Dillon gets the great push from Chase Elliott. Larson tries to get him at the end, but not enough time for Kyle Larson. And then Eric Almirola, big disaster to that number 10 Smithfield Ford. Watches Chase Elliott throws a heavy block on his teammate William Byron. Byron slips up the track and uses Almirola as a crutch. And there goes Almirola, cut tire. Good thing he got to the bottom and he didn't cause another big wreck. Smart move by Almirola to get out of this race. Now for the big reveal, the point standings. Eric Almirola is still safe. He's still in these playoffs. He makes it in comfortably. He also led the most laps today. But Kyle Larson, Heartbreak City, he would have made the playoffs if Austin Dillon didn't win. Let's say Chase Elliott would have pulled this one off, but Austin Dillon ends up winning, and he wins himself and locks himself into the playoffs with that win. But Jimmy Johnson, Camden Lucas, as we talked about the show, and Eric Almirola and Clint Boyer will point their way into the playoffs. Kyle Larson, Carter Adelman, Bubba Wallace, and Paul Menard all left out with sad feelings today at Talladega. After your finishing results, Austin Dillon grabs that first career win. William Byron with a nice second place finish today. Kyle Larson third. Chase Elliott fourth. Ryan Blaney fifth. Unfortunately, today it was too little too late for the number 42 of Kyle Larson. I know a lot of Larson Nation will be sad after today's race as he misses the playoffs, but that's just part of the game. Kyle Larson will not make the playoffs, and that's the big storyline heading out of Talladega as we head to Richmond next week for the round one, race one of the playoffs in season 9. So next race, we head to Richmond Raceway. Should be a good one. It's going to be a day race at Richmond, first ever in the Aflac Cup Series. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope everybody liked the first premiere on this channel. This is JG24, GM26, signing out.